transporting is a car that stops short of amazing. At the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, it offers on select models.
Don't worry, we're both all gender. Are we all gender? We're all twins. I started, I'm going to give you a 4. That way it gives you something to work towards.
Alright, so a lot of people have still been my comment section
Just because I can't do that shit.
so hard now trying to just get in there. And it's crazy. It's crazy. How it was when growing up, there was no fights and stuff. Now it's like I can go on my phone and ask artificial intelligence questions. They're just digging deep, getting answers that I'm just like, wow, okay, I never thought of it. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to finally put to rest the whole antagonist argument because some things never right? So, but let's speak of why, okay? And not just why, but ChatGPT. ChatGPT gave 5 main reasons of why we will not get a demo anytime soon. And so let's just go ahead and break it down. It says NBA 2K stopped releasing demos for several specific and business reasons. While they never gave one official explanation, there's a breakdown of the most likely reasons based on industry, trends, and community influence. Okay? So number 1, maximizing pre-orders and early access. In recent years, they shifted to pre-orders and early access later as a major revenue strategy. Okay? Releasing a free demo each month.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. About to be number 17 trophy in the building. Hello?
The reason why they went away from the demo because players who really try to demo out, oh, this game's trash, I'm not buying it. And 2K is like, nah, we don't want to do that. We don't want them to know if the game's good or not. You know, so what we're doing is we're taking demo. Okay? By removing the demo, and you're not having the ability to try out the game, now you get the fear of missing out because what is the game going to do? Because that's 2K ever. Now you have
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's why.
The builder environment where it doesn't give enough information to fail, but the reality is we don't have enough information. And again, I don't want to get all into that because if you want to know about that, just watch my previous video I just dropped. I talked about what it would take for us to not have to continuously just be frustrated, not understanding, the game and what build to make. Because how we know what build to truly make if the game just came out, right? So again, it makes sense, but now again, I want to stress this is ChatGPT, and this is not something that's publicly out that you can. Is realize this cut, like you said, 2K likely realize, it said likely realize this cut into microtransaction revenue since players didn't have to spend DC on field goals. But I tell you what, when I saw that portion, I said, damn, that makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. You know what I mean? We all do not get enough data to really truly make a good first build, and a demo will definitely help us. But a demo, right? Number 4, resource allocation and development focus. Now this is something that I've heard like word verbatim, from just games in general, developers in general, dev teams in general. They say developers claim they'll rather use the time and team resources to polish the full game than build a stripped down demo version. Now this is true because a lot of people, I remember before I was really involved with 2K, I was saying the same thing, like, yo, let's make a little demo, but there's no such thing as a little demo, right? It takes a lot of man hours to just make a simple demo, and that same team also has to make a game. And another thing is, well, why don't you hire? You can't just hire more people. It's more money. And again, every single dollar counts when you're a publicly traded company. So I understand that portion. It says,
You ain't talking
but
about
many
shit.
fans argue this is a weak
You ain't
excuse,
talking about a damn
as
thing.
older demos were basically small parts of
You
the
heard me?
retail game. Again, this is what ChatGPT
The
is
fuck
saying.
is you
what
talking
fans
about?
argue. But anybody that is familiar with publishers or actually know a dev or know somebody that works for that and just knows that it's just not something you can just like, yo, like it would still take a lot of weeks, a lot of man hours, and a lot of time. And
Niggas
for
retired the
every
game, I see.
right? There is, again, every second counts, okay? So I know about this one. I'm not gonna call BS on that. I know some of y'all.
That's what happens when you play higher lobbies. Make
you
niggas
know,
retire.
It is. Number
Or
5,
me.
live service error mentality. Now this right here hits it straight on the head. This is not chat GPT guessing, whatever. This is straight fact. It says 2K operates like a live service game now, similar to Fortnite or Call of Duty. These games
I'm finishing
prioritize
national championship.
ongoing updates, events, microtransactions over traditional demo marketing.
It don't matter
Here's the big
shit.
one. The first few days after launch acts like the demo period now, except you pay full price to access it.
Man, we can do that.
So that right there is so close to the heart because I'm like, damn, that's what it is. So when people are like, bro, you dropped the game, there's so many bugs and this and that, yo, like the passing lanes, this, why it's still so OP, this and that. Because it's the damn demo. It's the demo. It's like the testing phase now, right? So bottom line is this, okay? NBA 2K likely stopped releasing demos to increase early purchases, prevent player build testing that hurt VC sales, avoid early criticism of reused content, and maximize control over how and when the game is judged. It's a business move, but one that's frustrated many long-time fans.
That's why I'm here with my career. My defense. Madden got, what, 10 days to come out? 807. Then 2K a couple weeks after that.
Summer adventure awaits in a rugged new Honda. From the Kelly Blue Book Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry
I don't even
to
think a lot of us
local
get 2K.
today
You
for
heard?
the summer event.
All right. This is gonna be the most important video, in my opinion, of the.
I know Chris gonna get it. He ain't gonna never play.
Cycle. Besides, of course, when we get like the actual
Oh my
single
God.
deal, a full builder look, deep dive, stuff
Probably.
like that. So, guys, I encourage you to, if you have to, pause the video, grab some food, turn on your ears, watch this video. Okay, I don't say this for each and every one. Drop a like. You guys know I'm not here to waste y'all's time. Whatever you gotta do, make sure that like button is blue. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Let's get right into the news. So
You
today
got
we're gonna go
you gotta do
over
good this
massive
year, NFL.
misconceptions, 2K26 news that we haven't got yet, and so much more. We have so much to cover, so let's just get right into it. Okay, so
like
Ronnie
doing good.
2K
Like, what's he?
was asked. All right, he tweeted, and someone said, "If you had to describe 2K26 in one word, what would it be?"
We know the
He
Ravens
said,
and Lions gonna
"Foundation."
be good, nigga.
Okay. Now the funny thing is about that specific definition, the word that he used, is that there's two completely, basically different definitions. One
I know a
is
team that's gonna
showing
be
a
ass.
willingness to take surprisingly
New
bold
Orleans, they could
risks
be worse team.
and showing an infinite lack of respect.
It's over. Chris Olave getting
Pretty funny
changed.
because you don't know which way it's going to go. But obviously, you know, Ronnie was saying that they're going to be taking big risks. And so I'm actually very surprised by this. Now, I'm going to just, every year, you guys know, I get inside information. I've got lots of friends
Might
in the
be,
2K
I don't
community.
know.
You know, I know a lot of creators. I speak to them behind closed doors. I know things about the game before it comes out throughout the year.
Huh?
In this cycle, I'll hint them to you all. You know, for example, in 2K24, I told you all before we even had the information, a huge thing, I just kept hinting at it, that we were going to have season battle passes in the game. I knew that before it was announced, okay? There's things that I know, and there's a lot of things that I don't know, all right? But from what I've been hearing so far, now this is a small amount of information in terms of what Ronnie just said, like going out and taking risks. I'm seeing that at the moment.
No,
From
you
the
pick up the
information I
haircut.
have, there's still
You
so
gonna go
much
with this
more for us to figure out. It's not a huge
what
deal
am I
to
about to
even
say?
talk about it right now. I'll hint at it more as we go on.
I
but
went. Hey, I
that's
went
what
into
I'm
my.
saying. Okay, so in the last video, I'm
my
gonna give you
weekend
all
host
too
yesterday
long,
did a
didn't
nasty
read, in
thing.
case you didn't see it, or also just a refresher.
Did a nice thing.
Uncle Dimmy told us that tall builds are going to
That's
be able
because you
to
was talking
dribble
shit, B.
in 2K26.
You said I can't get no pussy.
They're
That's that
going to
bad.
be more usable in 2K26. Now, you all know, if you watch this channel, I say that I read every single comment. Like, I literally read more
Yeah,
comments
what?
than any other 2K YouTuber, almost any YouTuber.
Yo,
like, I
what?
really feel like that's a part of my job.
Yo.
Is to read every single comment. Like, I post news, and I'm talking about how
Talking
they can
about?
get better. I'm trying to advocate
Oh,
for
you
you
talking
guys
about
to get a
what's
better
that?
product.
Because
So I feel like I need to
Ryan.
see all the perspectives, all the opinions, and then that's how I gather.
I'm going to get jammed out
Sometimes
then,
my
bitch.
opinion changes because I see so many people saying something. I'm like, you know what? That's right.
Oh,
or sometimes
yeah.
I'm like, no, that's not right. But most of the time, I'll see someone take something out of context or not understand what they've seen. I'm like, okay, that's one person, two people, you know, three people. But in this video, in the last video, I seen so many people getting just completely
I told you it's the recruiting.
over
You
emotional,
gotta upgrade that recruiting.
going to the extreme on seeing that Uncle Dimmy said tall builds are going to be better in 2K26. They're going to be able to dribble, stuff like that. So we have to talk about this. I mean, this is very important. The builder is
quite literally the most important thing, and the gameplay, of course, in part. Okay? The builder determines the game, so does the game. The guy, he says, don't get mad when these dudes are running around 7 foot tall with 92 speed and 90 speed with ball, chasing you down, crossing you like Kyrie, and hitting fall away threes on y'all. And I'm like, what? As I was reading these comments, guys, and like I said, you know, if it was just one or two people, I'd be, oh, okay, it is what it is. And I would say, you know, half of the people that watched it understood. Like, big builds, taller builds, over 6'4", need to be better in 2K26 than they were in 2K25 compared to these small guards with 99.3 and Patrick Mills jump shot and Steve Francis size up, blah, blah, blah. You could go on and on. But there's a lot of people that, like, look at this, okay? Big guards limit player variety. Look at the 6'8" in 2K21, and you need to give some type of advantage for a small guard, so there's a reason to make it. So, first of all, he's talking about the 6'7" in 2K21. And I've seen a few comments like this. Like look at this. This is crazy. Not gonna lie, y'all be crying too much, honestly. Y'all cried about 2K21
we gotta get ready to not too.
Having the curd behind the back cheese. First of all,
that shit cold.
No one was crying about the
you
moves
seen
that
the gameplay of that?
2K21. So both of these guys, they're talking about the 6'7" power forwards in 2K21 next gen.
That shit
that
cold.
were a literal
big. You know how many motherfucking clips we can get from that?
It's not an opinion. This is
I'm gonna send you this.
I just
use ChatGPT
2K21
to tell me how to
next gen,
blow
the
up
builder was completely flawed. There was one position and one height that did not. It was not supposed to make it into the game
that's my
by
right
any
now.
means.
It's gonna go down. It's gonna go down.
Basically, glitch, exploit, whatever you want to say, that made it into the game. And once it did, they couldn't really change that. The 6'7" power forwards were so much better than any other build that the game was completely broken because of that. That is so much different than saying, hey, tall builds need to be better in 2K26. I don't know what's going on, guys. It's like a freaking high school girlfriend over here just going to the exact extreme. Let's see something, think about it, and then act on it. Okay? What we're doing is people are hearing something, they're not thinking about it. It's going to the emotional extreme and saying, okay, that's what it's going to be like. Like, look at this. It's gonna be 2K15.
That nigga, you don't even be knowing you got it. You be like, I'm gonna right there.
Everything on 2K15, dude. There was a literal demigod glitch. That's what he's talking about. A literal glitch in the game on the last few months of the game where you could make a demigod player, guys. I'm not sure what's going on at all. It's like people want to rewrite what happened. I mean, we're talking about a demigod glitch. We're talking about the biggest error in any builder of 2K history, 2K21 next gen. You had 1 inch and one position that just snuck its way into the game. That should have never even made it there. It's a complete flaw that we're comparing it to. Now, the next one though is, you know, people are talking about 2K23.
He said, "Go get clipped on
all right,
there."
2K23, we had the 6'8" and the 6'9". I understand that. I completely do. But again, if you just break it down, it was 1 or 2 inches that were very good, and then you had animations along with it that really made it broken, like only having to go to, what was it, 80 driving dunk to get the quick drops and stuff like that. But still, even in 2K23, the meta of the game was not 6'8" and 6'9". Like, it was still the small guards, guys.
Which other division we in?
Saying that any build over 6'4"
SEC
should be better, should be able to move
Texas,
a little
right?
bit. Look, the last finals in the NBA, we've got guys that are not 6'4",
Man, go to the crazy
guards that won MVP. You know,
that's what we got.
These
you got
guys
that pyramid time
with the ball on 2K25.
That's what I said.
Let's just break it down as easy as possible before we get into
I said that.
thing.
I said that boy got that pyramid time.
You literally cannot do a move and run forward without looking stupid on a build over 6'4". Now it does look a little bit better with the SGA dribble style.
3 in a
They're
row.
able
We
to
just
move
won
a
3 in a
little
row.
bit better.
3 weeks in a row.
But it's
Yeah,
like,
I'm
think
going
about that.
first
You didn't
pick.
even get that to what?
Easy.
Season
And
5,
I won
season
the
6.
Jim Throat Trophy.
So
Best
just
defensive
saying
back 2 years in a
that,
row.
hey, taller builds should be better so that they're more usable, so that there's more
Store or
diversity in
throw?
the game. That's good.
Okay.
However, if this is true,
I didn't sign it out, though,
a
bitch.
build, a specific height, a specific position, a demigod like 6'8" and 6'9", for example, in 2K23 where they were too good, then that's an issue. There needs to be diversity. There needs to be a reason to have a small guard, a reason to have a tall guard. I don't see
3 in a row,
any
man.
problem with
Your
that.
boy going to the NFL now.
I don't understand the 2K community, how quickly they basically defend
I already
2K
did it. I
without
already did it
even
with
knowing it most
Wisconsin.
of the
They
time.
passed on that.
Like, here I am saying, okay, taller guards should be able to be better
I got it on
in
regular.
2K26. However, if they make some crazy 7'3" demigod and the whole community only makes 7'3s because that build is so much better than any other build, you're gonna have people being like, well, this is what you guys asked for and now you're complaining. No, I said it's stupid that on a build, any build over 6'4", you look like an idiot when you do anything and run forward. Like, that's as basic as it is. There's only 2 moves in the game that you can do on a build over 6'4" that burst you forward at all. A real life burst forward, a quick first step.
Don't worry, DoorDash has got you covered, so you can skip the trip to the grocery store and stay right where you need to be. Your door to more family time. DoorDash.
Aaron Judge looking to do some damage.
Hey, Captain.
Oh my God! Sorry.
So fast, Bobby.
Paul Ski!
Come running up.
Please tell me you caught that.
We don't believe in innovation for the sake of innovation. Just the kind that helps you see more, bring more, and do more. The all-new 2025 Ford Expedition.
That's the go-to shot. A go-to shot is one of the only 2 ways to run forward without looking stupid. And the aggressive breakdown, I think it's the aggressive breakdown, the Devin Booker, that's the only way. So yes, a lot needs to change in that area. Now the next one is, this guy says he lost me at you can't make a Ben Simmons build because I did, LOL. Ben Simmons is 6'10". You literally cannot make Ben Simmons at point guard. You literally cannot make a 6'8", a 6'9", load up at PG.
Oh, he said that.
What's wrong with wanting to have a taller PG? Of course, you're going to have, again, restrictions if the game is made correctly, balanced, blah, blah, blah. So this is how you should look at it. Okay, this is the guy who commentates correctly. Look, I'm all for bigger builds being good, but it can't be a 2K23 situation where 6'9" is the only viable build. If bigger builds are going to be able to dribble and do guard things, then 6'4" and under needs to be fast AF to compensate. I cannot for the life of me think of a better way to balance it. So I'm not saying that he's perfectly right on exactly how it should be, but that's how you look at it. You don't look at Uncle Demi saying, guys, taller guards are going to be good. They're going to be able to move. They're going to be able to dribble just like the guys in the NBA are nowadays, and be like, boom, 2K15 demigods, 2K21 6'7". Like, dude, relax. We still have so much more. Now, the next topic that we need to get into, besides, first of all, actually, I forgot to say, if you just look at 2K25, Joe knows he's the #1 like tall guard competitive player throughout the last few years. He doesn't use a tall guard in Pro-Am. He has used all year a 6'4" in the actual competitive Pro-Am games. A very, very small percentage of his games has been put on anything above a 6'4". ask yourself why that is if you still don't believe. Like, he clearly, very obviously, throughout history, like, he wants to use a 6'6", he wants to use a LeBron build, but you can't. There's so much of a disadvantage on doing that at guard that he doesn't do it. Okay, now let's move forward. If all that is true, if any of that becomes true, then the game is cooked. Okay, so here's the next thing. If any of this is true, the game is also cooked. But first of all, I was talking about how green windows are back in 2K26, and what I said was, this seems like a good sign that there could be less RNG, or maybe even no RNG, maybe, but probably just less RNG in the game, because if you can see your green meter, you're not going to be able to get gaslighted as much by 2K. You can look at it and say, hey, I timed it correctly and it's not going in. People are going to be very upset. This guy says, rewriting history, saying they chose to remove meters so they can force RNG when it was actually an anti-cheat measure, but you knew that though. And I'm just still so surprised how every time I talk about this, people, they act like 2K really did this as an anti-cheat.
You did all your scholarships?
That they took away the green meter as an anti-cheat. Guys, every time now they have figured out how to cheat. They are still cheating on this game. I don't know what cave you live in if you don't believe that. They are still cheating on this game. They figured out how to rhythm cheat. They figured out how to cheat with the meter on, meter off, in-state, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They have figured out how to do it. Stop penalizing 99% of players that play the game
They done fucked up, B.
for the small
He never
1%
got
of
recruited.
dweebs
High
that are
already.
cheating. They still are cheating, I promise you. And how do you know if they are cheating or not? How do you know? Well, Evan made a tweet March 13th. We're committed to providing a fair 2K experience and are taking action against accounts identified to be using cheats such as auto green tools. Where do you think those auto green tools are? No. Stop. No. They did not do this to make your experience better in 2K25, bro. Like, how? How are you still so... It's like trusting the government with your full heart, like that they have your best interest in mind with everything they do. That's how some of the 2K community is. It's insane. It's not like 2K are evil and every single thing they do is to try and make you have an awful experience. No, it's not true. But RNG, the meter was taken away to gaslight you so that they can RNG you as much as possible. That's why this is the highest RNG game ever. So, this is where this is a gigantic topic. If cheating in 2K26 is prevalent, if this is true, the game is cooked. However, we know in March that 2K has some sort of system now that can ban cheaters. They banned a lot of people in March. Of course, I didn't get banned. Of course, the people that are weird and every year think that I'm cheating, they have nothing to say against that. You know, if you guys watch my channel especially, 2K has no reason to not ban someone like me. You could say, oh, you're not going to get banned because you're a creator to some people. Not me. They were probably looking at they probably looked at my account first.
you red shirt niggas?
Wait to find that I was doing something. And I wasn't. But what I'm trying to say is, we will figure out if 2K had this technology when the game released and waited to ban people because those were spenders until March, until the game was dry, or if that's around when they developed this technology and that's when they started banning people. That, to me, will be the biggest sign early on. They have to set the tone and ban cheaters. If they wait again until next March, later in the year, it has to be in September and October. If they wait, that proves to us that because there's two scenarios that I just said, that they want to have them spend their money first and then ban them. They don't care about the actual overall experience of people getting cheated on that are playing the game. They want them to spend money for months and then ban them. So we will see. This is a big tell for 2K26. We should be seeing cheaters get banned very early because they clearly have some sort of detection system that can ban these guys. Okay? So that needs to get talked about. If this is true, where they've had this and they're just not
Every
going to
football
ban
player there
people,
from Georgia.
the game is
be
cooked.
big.
Okay, that has to be talked about. Now here we go. If RNG is
Georgia
even
niggas,
close
like what the
to
fuck?
2K25,
Every Georgia nigga though.
I mean, the
God
game
damn.
could be amazing. It could be one of the best 2Ks in so many areas that 2K's made in years. But if the game is controlled by an algorithm, and it doesn't feel like your inputs are the most important part of determining whether you win or not, if that is true,
did you fucking slip?
Now, here we go with RNG. It's actually perfect into the segment that lots of people, I don't know where this
Don't tell
rumor
me
is
what
coming
I'm saying,
from.
niggas. I would.
I guess it's off the news that the green meter is back and the green meter on the dunk is back and stuff. They are just running wild with RNG is completely gone, 100%. Like, no. That's not what that means yet, okay? I'm not saying that's not how the game is going to be, but just assuming that so heavily.
ATL? I said ATL. These niggas like ATL.
So they're getting like happy over it. Like, yeah, RNG is gone. Let's go. That's crazy. Let's wait for more information. We don't know if RNG is going to be gone from the game or heavily lowered yet. We can assume a small educated guess that there's a decent chance that being able to see your green release and see the green on the dunk meter means there will probably be less RNG. At least in my opinion, I think that's a good safe guess. It doesn't mean
that boy from Florida
or not. Okay, so if that's true, if the game is still heavily,
this nigga ass.
catered and hand-holding
He's
to
not giving us
the
that
algorithm and not whether you did something right or
I'm
someone
not.
that did something right,
I'm not
the game
everybody
is cooked. Okay, so we need to just go over everything that people are freaking out about, the misconceptions.
Yeah.
Another one is, I don't know where, I've seen this so many times, $20 builds. Guys,
no,
$20 bills, that's what we're falling for? I mean, maybe. It's a possibility.
Don't go over
100% rule it out.
100.
But I'm going to give you a 99% rule out that bills are not going to be $20. I don't know who started the rumor. I don't know how people fall for that. But it's not going to happen, in my opinion, okay?
Yeah,
that's probably not going to happen. Do not get your hopes up in 2K26. Alright, now the last thing that I want to talk about is if this one really isn't if this is true, the game is cooked, but we cannot go down this.
You can't even like them, bitch.
People are very upset about this.
They don't give you back.
We can't keep doing this with our game. Like the chicken head and all the stupid stuff that you can put on, it just doesn't make it feel like basketball. And I'm glad there's areas where you can't do that, so that's still good. But hopefully they keep it that way in like the rec and pro-am where it's still basketball no matter what. But if that's true, bro, that's not a good sign for the game. Like we can't be having freaking random characters that you can buy. Like we don't want to see Rick. I love Rick and Morty, but we don't want to see Rick and Morty on 2K. For example, that's not good. Anyway, guys, you need to see this video right here, the last 2K26 video. Lots of news in here. Click it, tap it. It will take you to that. Please stop falling for these rumors. Please stop falling for this stuff. Let's wait till we get more information. I'm out of here. Click this, tap it. It'll take you to the video. Hey.
Incoming dishes!
I'm
Stop
down
wash
through.
flies through 99% of grease in half the time. The better grease getter.
185.
Did you say monsters?
I wouldn't have done that.
16 red shirts.
You want to work at a bank? Why not? You robbed us 3 times. That was this bank.
What do red shirts do? What do red shirts do?
Sorry, nurse.
We brought you a little parting gift.
We're classy like that.
Love bad guys too. We PJ this Friday.
Red shirt do soften it for sure.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to
That's
the
my
Pod. Thank you for escaping with us. That's Alice. I'm Andrew.
And as always, with great power comes great Fantastic Four! Ability.
Nice work. I like that. You went Michael Giacchino on me at the end there, yeah? Giving me direction.
This is our long-awaited, long overdue, not overdue.
No. Movie premiere was last night.
Movie premiere was last night.
we're seeing it again tonight. You guys aren't seeing it for another couple days.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry. We will clearly mark spoilers. Are we doing spoilers on this episode?
Yeah,
Okay.
and we will very clearly mark it.
Very clearly mark
but yeah, so we're going to be obviously just like the Superman episode a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, this episode is early.
This
so-
episode is early, and it is going to be the Fantastic Four review. We're going to get into the nittiest of the grittiest, but let's be honest, we will be probably talking about this
What the fuck?
the next year until Spider-Man in July.
Yeah.
In terms of MCU movies. Real quick, like you just said, this episode is coming out early, so there isn't going to be another Monday pod until Monday, August 4th. Unless you're a Patreon subscriber, and then you get actually 2 before that.
Yeah,
You get this
one
Friday
this
and then
Friday
next Friday.
because this one is an episode that's early. So you got 2 episodes this week.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
But that means you just won't get one next week unless you're a patron.
Exactly.
Also, we vlogged
Quite a bit at
the
Patreon.
premiere.
Yeah.
Last night. It's not a great vlog, but you know, it's a vlog. So
Yeah.
we vlogged the world premiere with Cameron Kozak
Yep.
and Jinx and
Yep. You did magic.
I did magic. A couple people were there.
Mhm.
We saw Cameron Monaghan. I got him on footage.
Yep.
Pedro Pascal waved at me. Just saying.
We didn't get that on.
We did not get that on film. And then we're also having the Fantastic Four event tonight with a bunch of other creators
Yes.
that we are hosting that screening. So I will vlog that, and that will also be on the Patreon.
Yes.
But for everyone else, for the normal episode today, you are getting the Fantastic Four review. We're
Yes.
getting this up as early as possible for you guys. That's why
Yes.
it's early, because we want y'all to have it. We want everyone to have it.
Yes.
This will be all F4 this episode, most likely.
Correct.
Um,
Just real quick.
Our MCU stuff.
I'm sure we're going to hop into this review relatively quickly, but before we get into this review, I have a sentiment that I would like to issue to them, if that's okay with you.
Issuing a sentiment.
Thank you. Sorry. Thank you so much. The support and love we've been getting of late has just been unbelievable.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Say that again. You know, like, just on YouTube, TikTok,
Yeah.
Patreon, Instagram. Oh my gosh, seriously, like, I just can't stress enough. Like, last night was crazy. The amount of people that we love and respect, and cool people, and this and that. Just so many people came up to us, and it was awesome.
We had a titan of the YouTube industry, someone who has been a YouTuber for a decade, and almost everyone, if I said their name, knows them, came up to us and was like, "Hey guys, what you do is great." And I was like, "Oh my god!"
He was like, "I'm excited to see your review."
Yeah.
We were like, "Oh."
We were like, "What the?"
Yeah.
So yeah, no. I posted this on my close friends story on Instagram yesterday because I just opened the YouTube app and like
Yes.
this stuff gets me. The last 4 comments were just, "Thank you guys so much," you know. And then there was another one that was like, "Yay, you made my Monday." And then there was another one that was like, "I had a rough weekend. Thank you for posting." And it was just like the 4 most recent comments were all just like thanking us for posting, and it was just like.
That's
yeah.
why you do this.
Yeah, and so whenever we get those, it's a good reminder. So we've gotten a lot of new patrons. We've gotten really good views on YouTube recently, TikTok, and Instagram. So if you haven't followed, join the family.
Tell me,
We really
big.
appreciate y'all. We're always so grateful anytime we get to just do this job or go to any of these events. We do try to make y'all proud. We try to be an escape for y'all, and we're gonna keep doing that and focusing on that.
So thank you guys so much, and let's hop into this Fantastic Four review. As always, we have not discussed the latest Marvel movie before we are here filming.
You ain't
It's
get
so
nobody
fun
yet?
because every time people want to know what we think. You know, every single time people are coming up and what do you think? And every single time
blocked out
we have
with
to
his
be
halfback,
like, if you want to
bro.
know,
But when
Alex
you
is
try
going to have to walk 10 feet over there, or I'm going to have to walk 10. And we did that multiple times last night.
yeah.
Christian.
That's
That's how I was like.
Alright,
That's
let's
how I was
go.
like, fuck.
Lee, you have a score
Do
prepared?
your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christian.
me too, I
The first
think.
name Christian.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Here are our scores for
Damn, bro. You
first
got this
steps.
Edge, Cole
Out of
Thompson
10.
too.
3, 2, 1.
I'm in there with the QBs though.
You're a little lower.
Yeah.
Except for the
All
diamond one.
8.5 is higher than I
Let me
thought
get
you-
the other one,
Really?
bitch.
Yeah.
I hope I can get him. Shit.
There's not a single person that was low in that movie last night.
Okay.
Although Although I give Jurassic World Rebirth an 8.5, and I'm bumping that down a little bit. I think it's more closer to a 7 to 7.5 because I do think this is better.
Okay.
No, this movie has sauce. I think this movie has sauce.
Absolutely. If you wanted to start going into easy positives that we'll both agree on,
Sure, it's
this is the best looking MCU movie ever. It
ever.
looks incredible.
It looks incredible.
It looks incredible.
Yeah, I mean,
You'll send the house
stuff on
for
Earth,
you.
the visuals, the
Send the house.
theming,
Yep.
the visual style,
Yep.
stuff in space.
Yep.
You'll send the house with
CGI, all
Sam,
that's great.
so you can
It's
lure him
enjoyable
over here.
throughout. For me,
For
the
this
characters
Sam
really
right
feel like
here.
a family. What else? Galactus is intimidating
Yep.
and daunting.
Need to
as
say
it should be.
Yep.
Love you.
I liked the use of their powers. I was afraid that they weren't going to let them use their powers
Love you.
very much, but I think they let them use it to
Love.
an appropriate amount. My expectations were met, and I think you asked me last episode, what do you need from this movie?
Yes.
And I
What the
listed
fuck
a
is a
few different
thumper?
things.
And they hit everything.
Yeah, we might need to go through that in
spoilers.
Yeah, athlete.
so,
what the fuck is a thumper?
My expectations. No, we'll come back to that.
You're like a
I think the first half
linebacker.
is
You're like a
better than the second
linebacker.
half.
Completely agree.
Linebacker
Yeah.
edge.
Because
Linebacker
the
edge.
first half is incredible.
The first hour, I was sitting there. Really, the first 30 minutes, I was sitting there, just like I said in Superman, and I was literally thinking to myself, "This is perfect. This
It's
is a
Paul,
10
it's Paul.
After the first hour,
It's Paul.
I'm literally thinking to myself, 2025
You gotta
is the
get up
greatest
there,
summer
Chuck.
for superhero movies of all time.
Yeah.
That's what I thought in my head after the first hour. I completely agree with you on the first hour.
Paul had
not to
that.
give spoilers, the second half, I just kind of wasn't sure the direction we were going.
Had
for.
that.
Which is why I think it really
Let's had that.
It was
Fuck, nigga.
because, you know, when you first go to a movie and like all these things are happening, you're not sure where it's going. If you have an overarching sense of like, okay, now I get it, I can watch it again with that framework. I think I will enjoy it more on second watch, and I already enjoyed it. And I'm definitely not saying the last act was bad. I just think the first half was
Fucking
better.
bitch.
I also, no surprise, think I will like Fantastic Four better on rewatch.
Yeah, that's par for the course for that guy.
The score for
Texas.
Fantastic Four
Yeah.
by
Fuck
Michael
Texas.
Giacchino is unbelievable. I mean, the entire drive home. Bum, 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 bum. I mean, it's just, and the Galactus theme is daunting, and the space theme is amazing and grand. It is one of the better scores I've heard in the MCU for sure.
Yeah. And a couple more positives. I'll go into my list of expectations, but I don't want to spoil anything, so I'll just say this. We can go into it more in spoilers, but it is. Yeah, the entire space sequence.
What the fuck?
That's all I'll say. Is one of my favorite parts of a superhero movie since I can remember.
In Fantastic Four, the space sequence.
Yes, yeah. Don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah.
But it's not even just a scene, or it's like it's a whole part of the movie. There's a lot of things that happen out there, and from the start to that, to the end of that, to everything in between, a lot happens.
Yeah.
And I was just, I think I looked at you one time, and I was just like, my jaw was kind of open because the cinematography of it's great. The creativity of what is happening is great. It's one of my, I as soon as that ended, I was like, oh, that whole thing was one of my favorite parts of any superhero movie in a while.
It's a tremendous sequence.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with you completely. And here for, you know what, I won't say that because it'll give something away in that, so I'm going to change the subject, but I agree with you completely on that. We'll get into that in spoilers. I'm going to change the subject, but it's kind of on the same subject. The CGI in Fantastic Four is incredible all the way through. I think there's only 2 bad moments. There are 2 bad green screen moments where 2 characters are having a conversation and
When you're in the thick of a project, Harbor Freight is the place that always comes in handy. Whether you're picking up something for your pickup truck or a power tool for your project,
I'm gonna beat your ass.
Harbor Freight, your dollar always goes further. And
I'm
these
gonna whoop
days,
your
when
ass.
everything seems to cost more, you can take pride in knowing that you get hard-working tools at hard-working prices. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
and otherwise everything else looks literally amazing. Silver Surfer looks unbelievable constantly. Galactus is an achievement. It looks incredible.
It's so good.
All
of their powers.
Their power. Johnny Storm
Yes.
fire.
Especially when he's not fully on fire.
Absolutely.
When he's just standing there with his like clothes on in the lab or whatever, and he's just doing his hand or just his body. and he's just
Don't
standing
even
right
try
there,
to
it's like
get
this
this
far
nigga,
from Pedro, and it looks
Mario.
That looks great. You just absolutely. That's one of your best takes. But when he is completely engulfed in fire, it's straight out of the comics. Is perfect. The
Yeah.
orange eyes.
Yeah.
The head.
The
I
way
mean,
his
it's
head looks.
and the way the suit. You know, I love these suits, and we'll
Yeah.
get into these suits. You're obviously not a suit guy, but I love the Fantastic Four suits so much. But specifically Johnny's, I think, is easily the best. Because the ripples in the suit, they give him this classic comic
yeah.
look.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
amazing. It looks so good. The suit makes these lines. These
Come on, bro.
like, oh, that shit is amazing.
I know, but
Perfect
shit,
segue
he a
here.
quarterback for
The
5
biggest
star. He a
positive
good
in the
quarterback.
movie we both agree on. It's the cast.
Yeah.
It's got to be the cast. The cast is fantastic in Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the cast?
He ain't that bad.
There
He can
wasn't
go
a
to the
moment
league.
where I was
He can most definitely go to
Yeah.
the league.
any of them.
Yeah.
I do want to get some more of the Thing being smarmy, but I think they put that in there enough to make me happy.
Mm-hmm.
His beard is really
90?
funny.
Yep.
But yeah, there wasn't a moment where I was like, right at the start,
89,
I was just
89,
worried
90,
because there's a scene with just 2 of them, and it's a good scene. And I was just like, I'm hoping it's not like this the whole time. I want them to show this part of this person's character and stuff like that. Can't get into spoilers, but and they did.
They did in that scene.
Yeah.
You're like kind of on your edge, and then it happens, and you're like, okay, we're
yeah.
cool.
Yes.
Yeah, you had that moment. Like, you literally audibly said something. You were like, okay, good.
They knew what they were doing in that scene, so yeah.
It's like the movie just started. We're 2 minutes into this movie, and
Word.
Andrew's just kind of like this,
Uh-huh. And then it
and
happened.
then he just goes, okay, good.
Yeah.
That happened in the theater, absolutely. So I think all 4 of them. I do have some negatives, but overall they are the biggest positive for me. And this goes for the entire cast of Fantastic Four, not just the 4.
Yeah.
Julia Gardner as the Silver Surfer is great, and I think Ralph Ineson really shines as Galactus just because you hired him because of his voice.
Yeah,
and his voice is so powerful. They have shown a lot from this movie in the trailers. Just from the 2 trailers that we watched and reacted to, we didn't do anything else. Now, I did hear the Silver Surfer lines that we had alluded to in past episodes and this and that from other people talking about the trailers and this and that, but even from the 2 trailers we saw, they showed a lot, but they never showed, you never heard Galactus's voice. They were very particular about that, clearly, and oh boy, I think it delivers. Yeah.
One of my favorite things about the Fantastic Four cast isn't even necessarily their individual performances, which are obviously great,
This is a great take.
but just my main body
No, you
of
fucking
is
retarded.
how well those 4 work together.
Absolutely.
There wasn't a moment where you're like,
Nigga said,
some
oh,
of these
no.
people knew each other their entire lives.
Yep.
Like those characters
Yep.
were grounded and clearly family, which
What
is
the fuck?
And every character gets a moment with every other character.
yes.
It's not like
Nigga said that
it's
shit
not like,
out of
this is one of
nowhere,
the biggest
folks.
positives of
What
Fantastic
the
Four.
fuck?
It's not
Bro,
like
I'm losing this team, bro.
okay, I loved Ben Grimm and Reed Richards' relationship, but I wish Ben Grimm got a moment with Sue more or something. They all have moments.
Yeah.
Johnny has moments with Reed, and Reed has moments with Sue, and Sue has moments with Johnny, and Ben has moments with Reed, and Ben has moments with Johnny, and Ben has moments with Sue. It's all connected, and then they have great moments together with the 4 of them.
Yeah.
It's great. It's really good.
The handling of the 4 of them together is probably the best thing in the movie.
Which, like, I'm shocked at how great they put together this cast, but I shouldn't, because Sarah Finn has shown herself to be literally one of the greatest aspects of the MCU consistently. In my opinion, behind Kevin Feige, she's the second most important person to the MCU, and she showed it again with this movie, because all we did since this casting announcement happened, all I have done personally is complain about it. And I'm the first to admit when I'm wrong, and I'm largely wrong about it. They were phenomenal.
So here's a list. You asked me before I saw Fantastic Four what were my expectations or needs.
Yeah.
Here they were.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be an 8 out of 10 or above.
Yep.
Check. I wanted them to have a team feel
Yep.
that, create a good team that can launch into other things and make me want to come back.
You also specifically said that you wanted them to feel like a family, like Thunderbolt.
Yes.
I think it
Yes.
more.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and Thunderbolts is great, and their team feels great, but so is this.
Fantastic Four. Yeah.
So, create a team that can launch into new things, into future things, which obviously they can do. It makes me want them to come back and do this. I
Absolutely.
want to see more of them.
Absolutely.
So they changed that. This is something you kind of mentioned, that it looks nice, and I said I don't want it to feel cheap. I wanted it to be I wanted it to be obviously cared.
We out here losing,
the
bro.
photography and the music and the
What?
characters. Obviously they cared about
Like, what the fuck
obviously
is
they
wrong
cared
with
about
my
the
team?
characters.
Is my
Obviously
quarterback really
they cared
that
about the
bad?
characters. Galactus needed to be a big bad.
Hold on, fix your mic, Drew.
These motherfuckers keep breaking
How
me.
impressive Galactus is. Yeah.
They did that. Yeah.
Yeah, and
You heard me, Drew?
I don't want to get into spoilers here, but I wanted
Can you hear me?
Franklin's existence in the movie to
Yeah, I
justify.
can.
These
think
motherfuckers keep
Sue Storm
breaking.
pregnant and have a child should not have Franklin be a part of the story or his powers be a part of the story because
What you mean?
he's such a big thing. He's basically God. Do that. I'm not going to get into spoilers. The only thing they kind of what?
Something about Franklin
See,
though.
they didn't
Not
beat.
getting into trailers. Okay, you see that she's pregnant in trailers, and then you know that Franklin's in the movie.
Bro, they didn't
so
beat me.
you can assume that
That's
Franklin
not
is
me.
born. Okay.
Yes, not me.
There's a scene where Franklin is born. That's the
That's
best
the
scene
challenge.
in the movie.
Yes.
That sequence
Yes.
is part of a sequence.
Yes.
I'm
That's
pissed.
just.
Yes.
But like
pissed.
that,
I'm
that
like, fuck,
alone
why?
justifies
Every
him
time?
being in the movie.
And they find
In
these
my
hoes?
opinion. Like I know that you wanted other things to happen with Franklin, which I think do happen.
Yes.
But that sequence alone is worth it for Franklin to be in the movie. For that sequence to be as tense as it is.
Yeah. it's very good.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I wanted the main characters to start tying into some other stuff, and I don't want to get into spoilers.
Yep.
But of my expectations, I think they were all pretty much met. The movie really helped keep me. This movie, Fantastic Four, really helped keep me interested in the future of the MCU. I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah. I know where you're going.
Yeah.
We will get into spoilers.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Real quick. I'm wrong. I'm going to bump this up to an 8 out of 10. Just we're in the middle of this review, and already you're just reminding me about all the good things. I do have major complaints about Fantastic Four, and we will get into that in negatives. I have a couple more positives I want to go over first, but like now we're 20 minutes into this, and you're like, I am too low on this movie because there is so many positives with it. So I'm changing my score. I'm going to make it an 8 out of 10. You're an 8.
Ooh, he threw that bitch!
And I'll probably bump it up after I see it again. But we will get into my negatives. We have to get into one of my biggest positives real quick, though. The Silver Surfer action.
Yeah. Yes.
Is actually peak.
Like
I think peak is a word that is thrown around too often
Sit down.
nowadays.
Sure.
And so is the word aura. But if I was to describe the Silver Surfer action in Fantastic Four First Steps,
You would use both those
the
words.
words that I would use to describe are peak and aura.
There are some that feel like they were ripped straight out of a comic page.
Mhm.
Taking Silver Surfer literally and putting
That's
that
it.
into insane
That's it.
sequences. Yeah, I saw you like
That's
squirming.
what I was freaking out. Yeah, like
I mean, I agree that those scenes.
Yo!
Like, and they didn't have to do it like that.
No.
They didn't need to do it like
No.
that, but they did, and we give them props for that. It was really cool.
there's
Like, that's
just
terrible fun.
yeah, like okay,
Yeah.
so everybody knows at this
We
point
got-
we don't talk about these movies before we come on here.
Yeah.
This is the first time we're talking about this, but we do sit together. You know, like we're sitting together at this premiere, right? It's a science
Eugene!
So
I'm
we're
gonna
gonna
talk
see
here
each other's
every
reactions
day.
to some things.
Yeah.
And I
Gotta
really
get my boy
try
cold.
hard
Fuck
to be
wrong
as
with y'all.
neutral as possible. There are movies like Spider-Verse where I couldn't do that. Like I'm just crying and I'm freaking out and it's amazing and everything like that. And Superman, we didn't even sit together to avoid it, but we just kind of both knew. This movie, I'm trying so hard to just be like, wow, that's an amazing scene. Like I'm thinking to myself, wow, this movie's fucking amazing. But like I'm not showing that to you. But some of the Silver Surfer sequences, I couldn't control. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest shit ever.
They make Silver Surfer be very cool. multiple times.
I just and
Gator baby. Gator baby.
it's Shalabal. It's not Norn Rad. And I was going into this movie and I was like, what's the justification for this?
Oh!
Okay? We have
Oh!
been told
Show baby ass off me, boy!
5 years something in this capacity that Galactus is a Nexus being. There is no multiversal Galactus. This is the one Galactus. There aren't any more.
Okay.
Which means that there's probably not a Norrin Rat. It's probably just going to be Shalabal for the
A
Silver
lot.
Surfer.
Hold up.
I kind of thought going into this, oh, what a great way to show that this is a parallel
Hey.
universe because you're going to do Shalabal instead of Norrin Rat.
That's two. I got two.
Female Silver Surfer instead of male.
You know how we all have that one friend we go to with all our financial questions? Well, meet Experian, your BFF, as in Big Financial Friend. Experian is your
Woo!
go-to app when it comes to taking control of your finances. Experian can help you save, lets you check your FICO score, and so much more. Just download the Experian app today for free. Trust me, you need this big financial friend.
I think this movie does a great job of like, there are reasons this is the female version that we chose for this film, and there are reasons that the MCU Silver Surfer will be the woman. And I think it. I just think going into it, some people may feel a certain way. Silver Surfer's a very popular character, for good reason. There's a lot of awesome stuff with Silver Surfer that we see in this movie, but this movie, I was like, is it just to show it's a parallel universe with the female? What is that? I think they use sequences in this movie, and they do things in this movie that, like, yeah, that makes sense. That this is the female Silver Surfer, and it really works for this movie in a couple ways.
Yeah.
Damn, you done?
Yeah, they justify
Absolutely.
why. Yeah. I want to hear your cons, because my only
Might be
con. Are
second.
you done with positive?
Yeah, we can go to
My only con, I've
About
already
to be
mentioned, my
second.
only negative for Fantastic
Yeah, I'm
Four
doing
is that the
chemo.
second half lost me a little
No, I
bit.
did chemo.
I wasn't sure of the direction.
Mhm.
I think that will be less of a
What
problem
did
the second
chemo
time I
say?
watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think it's perfect, so I'm interested
It's
to
making
see
me
like,
bloody
what
shit.
you say.
Yeah, so I obviously started this episode giving this movie a 7 out of 10. I've now been
Go.
convinced it's an 8 out of 10. But the reason I
Hey.
feel kind of iffy about Fantastic Four is just like kind of you said, where you were like, oh, the ending started to lose me or whatever. No. The ending didn't start to lose me. It completely lost me. And I'm ready to tell you that I think the ending is bad. And that's fine. I know you disagree with that and everything, but that and endings are so important to movies. You can have in a 2-hour movie an hour and a half that's amazing, and then the last 30 minutes. If I think it's bad, it's really gonna hurt the movie. And I don't think the ending is good. I think it's far from it. There are multiple problems I have with the ending. It really lost me in the final sequence. I just kind of feel like it keeps going and going and going and going.
Touchdown Gators, baby.
I think that sequence would be good if certain things happened in the sequence, because the going and going feeling of, for lack of a better way of saying it,
Oh my god.
hopelessness.
Okay, yeah.
I think there's a feeling of hopelessness in the final sequence that is really strong. And I think you can justify the sequence going on as long as it does. If you justify that feeling, I don't think that feeling is justified, because I think there are too many moments in the final sequence that are completely unearned. I can name 2 that we will get into spoilers, that we will get into when we do.
We on their
And
ass!
it's like, there are 3 massive things that happen in the final sequence, and I don't think any of them are earned. One of them you could maybe argue to me is earned, but that one
They ain't getting that shit.
Writing. But then
They ain't getting that shit.
I'm gonna argue with you every day of the week on that. And so when you have 3 moments in the final 30 minutes that I just disagree with fundamentally the way the movie is written, and you have a sequence that I feel like goes on for too long, yeah, the ending I think is bad and really lost me. I just, there's a character motivation in the final scene that's like, where is this coming from? You have not justified this well enough. So that's my number one biggest gripe. And then I have little things. I do still think Joseph Quinn is not hot enough. I think that there are a couple scenes in this movie that I think are better if he's a better looking human being. That being said, he is so incredible in every other aspect that it's not a huge complaint of mine. And again, I got a lot of flack for this.
Oh my God, I missed
I
that.
do still think Vanessa Kirby looks British and looks too British.
How do you
she does
miss
have an
that?
American accent throughout the whole movie, and her American accent isn't bad, but it is. There is a moment where she's talking about something in her past, and I'm just like, but that's not your past. You don't look like you're from that place, and I just. That's my. Maybe I'm full of shit. Maybe I'm the only person in the world with that complaint. That's fine. It's a very. I did not take off a point of this movie. If that was my only complaint with this movie, it would be a 10 out of 10. Like it's not. That's not moving the needle for me. And then I want to hear your thoughts on this. A major positive that many people will take away from Fantastic Four is something that I look at as a negative. But I'm going to say this. Many people are going to say this is one of their favorite things. I think Fantastic Four First Steps is a superhero movie from 2004. And I am saying that negatively. But many people will look at that as a positive.
In what way?
I think in every way. Yeah, I think it's campiness. I think the way it looks. I think the way the characters interact. I think the plot. And I think like the character motivations and how convenient certain things are at the end. I think, obviously they're both Fantastic Four movies, but I've been very critical of 05 Fantastic Four, even though our good friends Blake and Garrett from Duck Takes, they're staying with us. They literally both told us point blank yesterday at Blaze Pizza that they love that movie. I've obviously been very critical of it. However, our patron, during Patreon movie night, said it's one of his 20 favorite movies of all time. I think that movie's dog shit, one of the worst superhero movies of all time. But
we'll be watching Fame 4 Stick with the patrons this month as well.
Ah! Sorry. So I mean this in an offensive way, but many people are going to, I just think tonally, I was just watching this movie and I was like, oh, this is similar. But like, I think this movie has a lot of similarities to the Raimi trilogy. I think this movie has I think Fantastic Four has a lot of similarities to like even Blade, like, and Watchmen. This felt like an early 2000s comic book superhero movie.
I feel like it was an early 2000s comic book movie if you take it and you update it to be a better version. A more modern version, and the justification for that is obviously the 60s style, and like the whole universe is like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like it's main timeline MCU where they're trying to do that randomly.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a justification for it story-wise and plot-wise, setting-wise, but then also it's way more modern and better in some ways in storytelling and in CGI and stuff like that, and where like maybe it has like the creamy core or of like a 2000s movie, but it's still wrapped in a 2005 movie.
Sure. Yeah. A 2025 movie.
Yes.
There you go.
Or the other way around.
But yeah, so those are all my negatives though. I have very few, but those are the big ones, and those are all the ones, and those are all the ones that matter really much. What are your negatives other than the ending kind of losing you, or is that it?
That's about it.
Yeah.
Mm.
But okay, so how did the ending lose you?
Yeah, I'm done.
And like, how did it not lose you? Without getting into the spoilers.
There's just a lot of, okay, we're doing this, now we're not doing this, now we're going to do this.
Yes, there is.
And we're not doing this.
Yes, there is.
And it's okay because we're going to do this now.
No.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
Yeah, and to a certain extent, that's fine. But that's why I kind of just felt like I lost kind of the direction because I kept like kind of getting into it. I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. Okay, I'm not supposed to think this is cool anymore.
You ain't gonna throw my way though.
The overarching and what we're kind of going to, I can kind of relax during all those scenes. That's why I think I'll like it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But that's one of the reasons I think.
Sure.
And it's hard to compare it to the first half because I like the first half so much.
The first half is so wonderful.
If the space sequence, if the ending sequence or last 30, 40 minutes or hour or whatever was as good as that, this movie would be like a 9 or a 10 out of 10.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree completely.
So, before we get into spoilers,
I've got a couple more things before we get into spoilers, but you can continue.
like what I was just saying.
Mm-hmm. But so I'm just saying, like, don't get into spoilers.
Yeah, I just said before we get into spoilers.
Okay, go.
You want to do one of yours?
No, you can do one of yours.
I was going to start comparing.
No, let's save that for right before spoilers. Let me do all these first, real quick.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
And that was nice. So, my biggest question about Fantastic Four. Do you think people will like this movie?
Yes.
You think this is going to be
Yeah,
beloved by fans?
I'm looking at the highlights. I'm bad.
Or well liked by fans?
I think generally, yeah. I think people will like it. Yes.
Okay,
Hey,
let
Wilson.
me just counter
Ballin',
argument here
boy.
real quick. Because
Fuck wrong with you,
overall,
B?
Thunderbolts, it didn't do well at the box office, but it was very well liked by the community.
Some weak ass thing.
Okay, this is just my counter, okay?
He had 180 yards, though. I don't give a fuck.
What's your favorite food?
Shit, what team?
When you spend $5 or more dining out or ordering in your favorite food, the city will donate $1 to No Kid Hungry, up to $1 million.
A car that doesn't make everyone feel like a priority is a car that stops short of amazing. At the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, get offers on select models.
Hold on now, hold on. This is my recruiting update.
Wait,
Ooh.
New has GLP-1 meds
Ooh.
now?
New, the psychology-based
yeah.
weight loss company?
Yes,
Love.
New combines medication
What
and
wrong with
behavior
me?
change so you can lose the weight and keep it off.
And it starts at just $149.
New, the smart way to lose weight.
Hit me with
She
that
said her
love.
first words. Did you hear, Bob?
Can she say it again later?
Love,
You know I
me.
love my little Amore very much. But recently I found something else that I love. New puzzle game, Royal
Fuck you.
King.
You're not getting that
From the
cornerback,
makers of
bitch.
Royal Match. It's new, it's free.
You're
and
not
we
getting
love
my
to play
cornerback.
whenever we have a moment. Because the more puzzles we complete, the quicker we expand our kingdom.
My
And
corner?
I love new kingdoms to explore. And there are never any
John
apps to get in
Easter?
our way. I think it's fair to say that we're killing it. Isn't that right, Amore?
What the fuck you think this is?
And she kissed me. Shall we take a look at our friend's leaderboard? I'm beating you.
This nigga.
I'm beating you.
this me-
I'm beating you. What?
We fighting for 3 niggas right now, bro. I'm finna beat your ass, bro.
What's that, Amore? You want to wee-wee on his
4.
phone and win it?
5.
Take a
I'm
rightful
finna kiss.
place at the top of the leaderboard? No.
You gotta be fucking
Never
up.
do that.
Oh, God.
So water hydrant.
Schedule gets Texas.
Most of this movie is dialogue.
Okay, keep
You
going.
fucked up, bro.
Like, this has the blueprint of a movie that critics like, that audiences do not like, in my opinion.
That's very not 2000 superhero movie, by the way.
You're right. That's a fair
Not my
argument against my
QB.
argument.
That's
But
My
there's
corner.
also no action in 2005 Fantastic Four, and that movie sucks.
Plenty niggas. Shit.
that movie. Yeah, that movie's rough.
No.
Okay.
John Easter? No.
Yes, I don't know because
You come to me, right?
look at it. Look at phase 4 through 6. We're
You
on
are.
phase 6 now.
Yeah.
And this motherfucking nigga
I
right
think
here.
when movies are good,
Oscar. Oscar.
the
Two
audience
nigga.
generally backs
No.
it.
Yeah.
The audience generally backs
Love.
Thunderbolts 3. They back Thunderbolts.
You know, he fucked to the
So I
fuck.
think they'll back this because
Then he trying to get a wide
I feel like it's
receiver.
pretty clear.
Oh my god!
Obviously
Oh,
not
you are
obviously
fucking
evil
annoying.
or
Absolutely.
or
Nigga scheduled it for week 3, bro. What a cry.
I feel like people will come out of this. That's what I said. One of my expectations or needs was like I want to feel like they cared about this movie. You can kind of come out of Love and Thunder and Quantumania and be like, oh, they were just giving us something. But no, they feel like they cared about Fantastic Four, and I think most people will recognize that and enjoy this movie. I don't know if they're going to like it as much as Guardians 3 or Thunderbolts.
Guardians 3 and Thunderbolts both have a lot of action, and they have good action.
Yes, but also the emotional stuff I think some people will care about more. I think some people will care about Rocket and his backstory, and the Thunderbolts like mental health message.
Gotta
I
play
think people will
USF
potentially care more about that and
Bulls.
enjoy that a little bit more than some of the family aspects or emotional things in this movie. And that's fair, but that's not a reason for me to think that they will dislike this one. Maybe they just won't like it as much as Thunderbolts.
Yeah. I'm interested to see. I could see many people walking out of this movie being like, MCU is so fucking back. Thunderbolts and then this, like we're so back.
That's how I kind of feel.
We'll get to that. That's my last question before we start comparing. But that's how a lot of people are going to feel. But I don't know. Like there are moments in this movie that I see being memed on, like in the same way that the Thor: Love and Thunder floating head and the Murdoch and everything. Like I don't think there's moments that are like that cringe or that bad or whatever. But I just see that happening. I think that that's possible. It feels like that happens to every movie nowadays.
I feel like this movie has way. I'm sure it'll happen. It always happens to every movie, but I feel like this movie has way more sauce, like I said, than Love and Thunder and whatever. And the things that are being memed on, like okay, that's like
no, those are good things.
That's a lovable. Like so that's great. It's not a making fun of a floating head because it's a bad thing. I think if it's being memed, a lot of it will be good. But there's always going to be
I'll tell you what I'm talking about though,
in spoilers. Sure,
a lot was cut from Fantastic Four. Did you notice that?
No.
Interesting. I did a little bit, but overall, there was a lot of stuff in the first 2 trailers that we saw that we reacted to that wasn't in this film.
Ben's
always been a rock, and Jen.
I know somebody's like,
and but I'm here.
I know somebody's like, is it raining?
Maybe that was just for the trailer.
Also,
that was cut. John Malkovich was obviously completely cut.
I'm for the cook the fish. I'm for the cook the fish right now, yo.
You see it in the trailer. Like, you're pregnant, and he's like, Johnny's like, I think that was edited a little differently than it is in the trailer.
Yeah, I think so too.
That should be illegal.
But I think it's way cuter in the movie. I loved how they did that scene in the movie.
Well, every scene was cute in the movie.
I loved how they did it. That was alright. I know I'm beating a dead horse here. We're gonna be able to make a montage for me for the next 2 years about this, but I didn't find myself wanting more of Galactus. I don't know how you did.
Later.
I absolutely wanted more Silver Surfer. Did you want anything more of anything? Was there something that stuck out to you in Fantastic Four First Steps that you were like, oh, I wish we got more of this?
Well, if I ranked things based on how much I want to see them again, it would go the Family of 4, Silver Surfer, Galactus. But that doesn't mean I don't want to see more of Galactus.
I definitely want. Sure, I could. I wouldn't be opposed, but
I think I want to see more Lex Luthor, like in Superman. For some reason, I want him to come back more than I would want Galactus to come back. But that's also because there's a lot of other stuff going on in the MCU. I think that we're looking forward to.
Sure, but is there anything that sticks out to you about you wanted more from this film? I guess not. Because you get a lot of the family. Like, the family was my favorite aspect as well, but you get a lot of it. Final question.
I don't know what the hell wrong with you guys.
Do you think Fantastic Four First Steps saved the MCU?
No.
Okay.
That's very dramatic.
Okay.
People ask that about Deadpool, Wolverine.
Yep.
People ask that about Guardians 3.
Yep.
I think all of these movies help keep the
He
MCU
is a big
forward
dog. Like, what the fuck?
in a positive way. Some movies do not. Multiverse of Madness.
The nigga is a big dog.
Like
That's the
said,
problem.
This movie really helped keep me
is.
in the future.
He weighs 50 fucking pounds.
Because I was already somewhat interested.
That's a big dog.
Credit scene and
That's a
Spider-Man
big dog.
And Doomsday.
50 bitty.
But there are movies that could.
We don't give a fuck about no Ken
This movie
Corso.
did not do that. It helped keep me. It helped keep me interested. So it's not a savior. It's not Jesus. But it is good. And it does help continue the MCU for sure.
Okay. I want to build off of a point that you just made badly. Fantastic Four First Steps is great, and many people are going to think it's great. Thunderbolts is great, and many people think it's great. Deadpool Wolverine, huge fan favorite movie, made $1.5 billion. At what point are we going to stop saying the MCU is back and just kind of be like, yeah, the MCU is good? You know what I'm saying?
No, because I feel like we've had this conversation before.
The shows, throw those shows.
The XL
like,
movie,
many
nigga.
people, if
Can't
they
do a pocket
watched
movie
Ironheart,
versus
they wouldn't have
that.
liked
Can't
it.
do no
Many people
pocket
didn't
movie
watch
versus
Ironheart.
no
We liked
what's the
Ironheart,
name?
but I totally
Yeah, do an
understand that
XL
too. It wasn't your
movie,
cup of tea. But in terms of like, just bring up the most recent projects in the MCU. We have Guardians 3 not too long ago. You and me loved the Marvels. You know what we didn't love that everybody else loved? Loki Season 2. Like, at what point is like, this is just the MCU. Even in Phase 2, that everybody glazes, we had Thor the Dark World. In Phase 3, we had Guardians 2 and Captain Marvel and Ant-Man and the Wasp. And you hate Thor Ragnarok and Spider-Man Homecoming, and many people don't like Homecoming. You know, I get bullied sometimes that I love Homecoming so much. So, at what point are we going to stop being like, oh, like,
That's what
I
the
think
wrong
MCU's in a great place right
Oh,
now.
I think, yeah, so I agree.
And the next projects, Spider-Man, Doomsday.
Yes.
Are we not? Those are both billion-dollar movies.
Yes.
Second.
I think there was a slice of time where I think having this conversation was justified. Normally, kind of right after Endgame, maybe, because we did get. That's when they started doing more, I think, and the TV shows and all of them were kind of like, okay, all right. We got Multiverse of Madness, right, and then Love and Thunder right after. And then in between that, you got Miss Marvel and She-Hulk, which a lot of people didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it was Wakanda Forever, which was fine, and then Quantumania, which sucked.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like right through there, I can kind of understand.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, you got Shang-Chi and No Way Home in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree that I believe that, yes, the MCU lost some people, especially after Endgame. But now I agree. We need to look at it like we don't need to have rose-tinted glasses for phase 1 through 3. There were some in there that weren't great.
Yeah.
And now we had Thunderbolts, Daredevil Born Again, which most people really, really like, and Fantastic Four all this year.
For a very limited time at Papa John's, buy any large pizza at regular menu price. Get one large, one-topping pizza for free.
Boxes. Sure, they bring you stuff, but they might not know the best bike routes. Kim, though, who sold you her bike on OfferUp, knows them all.
You understand
Discover
it?
life outside the box.
Extra strength
What are you
sweat
talking
control. For extra strength, pump some iron.
I don't know what the hell you talking about. I should. Hey, I should have. You know what I should have did? Put your ass in the
Good
damn river.
stuff. That's good stuff.
Let your ass float down there with damn
We had
caffeine.
Deadpool Wolverine last year. And Guardians 3. Like,
I said use it. I didn't care.
Yeah.
Now, what this phase... What
No,
this
the
phase
fuck
does
I
not
did
have
it.
is an overarching story, correct?
I
And
said
it's
I don't
because
care if you use
got
a hot
another
dog.
reason why phase 4 and 5...
No, fuck, I did
I
not.
give some leeway to call them
I said I'm gonna eat the hot dog. What are you talking about, gang?
You're comparing this to Thanos, and we don't have this.
Never said that.
We've seen Shang-Chi once, and we're never going to see Eternals again, and none of these characters have met.
No,
now we're
no,
getting
no.
Doomsday. Like,
I'm gonna eat the hot dog.
there
Eat
are
the hot
still some
dog.
complaints,
I'm gonna eat
but
the
if
hot
you look
dog.
at these movies and these phases,
Yep.
some of them are
Yep.
not as bad as people
Look.
are saying. And
Look.
I
I don't
am
give a
also
fuck
kind
about
of
the-
sick of the
I ain't
are
give
we
a fuck.
back conversation. I'm ready to
Well.
say, yeah, we are. And we can,
Yes, we are struggling.
unless it
with
loses us again,
Unless Spider-Man and Doomsday suck. Weren't you?
I'm in. Yeah, we're doing great.
Daredevil season
My
2 is
QB's
gonna be
is slow,
great.
B.
Yeah.
I can't even run nothing.
X-Men 97 season. Oh, wait, X-Men
It's slow
97!
as
Which,
shit.
yeah, it's not canon or whatever, but it's the same people making it.
I can't even escape the
the Friendly
pop-
Neighborhood
Wait,
Spider-Man
come
was
back to me.
great.
I just gotta sit
These
there,
are the
bro.
same people that are working on all these projects.
Yeah.
They've still got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
A little thing I want to talk about.
Please.
So we're just talking
Carlito.
about the MCU real quick in general.
You ready to sell me on Rainbow?
You good?
Yep.
I've been critical of Doomsday on the podcast because
God-
I'm just
oh,
not sure
yeah,
what's
join our
gonna be.
shit.
I'm afraid it's just going to be a cameo fest. There's
Invite
no
'em,
big
B.
bad. I think it might be messy. I still think it'll
Join
be fun
SEC.
and good, but it'll be more of a cameo fest than Infinity War, given that we haven't spent as much time with these characters. We didn't bring back another universe of Fox characters in Infinity War randomly. We had seen all these characters interact and have all their movies and be connected through all these different phases before we got Infinity War. And I was talking with Jake about this in the car, and he said something that kind of flipped a switch in my brain of like, maybe we shouldn't. I know there's a ton of characters in it, which is why we just automatically compare it to Infinity War. But maybe we should not be comparing Doomsday to Infinity War and Endgame as the end-all, be-all of like the ending of the story. Maybe we should be comparing it to the first Avengers, where this is the movie where they are using it to bring people together and launch.
We just need Dylan to get in here to get
as opposed to
LSU.
being like, well, we wanted this to already have happened before this movie. Well, in the first phase, we had Iron Man, Thor, and they hadn't met, and then in Avengers, they did meet. So maybe this is the movie where the Russos can come in and Kevin Feige can come in and RDJ can come in and kind of take all of this stuff that we've been working with and give us a good solid movie where they all come together, as opposed to thinking of it like we should have already had that. No, this is the movie that's going to do that for us and then make us excited for things in the future.
I think you just cooked out of your mind.
And once my brain stopped comparing it to Infinity War
and started to Avengers 1
and started comparing it to like Phase 1 and Avengers 1, I breathed a little bit better.
Huh.
And I was like, oh, well, that could actually work.
Yeah. It's still going to be a fuckfest.
It's still going to be a mess. And to think of it, if you think of it as Phase 1, 2, 3, then Phase 4 should have been Phase 1.
Yep.
And Phase 5. So Phase 6 should be Phase 3.
Yeah.
But Phase 4 and Phase 5 are so messy, we got to treat Phase 6 as still kind of a Phase 1 in Avengers.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why it was kind of hard to do that. But once I thought about it like that, I was like, oh, I'm a lot more okay with this. It's still not going to be as good as Avengers 1 probably, and it's still going to be more messy than Infinity War, but I've always had faith. I've always had faith in the Russo brothers and Kevin Feige and RDJ. I've always said, even with my qualms and my hesitations, I've said, I trust them, let them cook, let's see what they do, right? But now I have even more faith that like, oh, maybe we just treat it like that, and they could do something.
I think you just cooked out of your mind. That's a great take.
I was literally driving with Jake and he said something and I had like a light bulb went off and I was like, ah! So think of it like that.
It is still going to be a mess.
It's still going to be a mess.
What's the best cameo in Avengers 1?
There isn't really.
There isn't really.
Yeah.
And then what's the best cameo even in Infinity War? It's Red Skull. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who is the main villain of the movie just 7 years prior. You know what I'm saying? This movie is literally bringing back characters from 20 years ago.
Yes.
30 years ago at this point.
Which is one of the reasons I've been...
So it is different. It's not, but you're right, it is going to be the movie. Like, this is going to be the first time we're going to see Shang-Chi interacting with Thor.
Yeah.
Or the first time that we see Johnny Storm interact with Peter Parker. Like,
yeah.
But that's going to be great.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's definitely going to be... I'm not saying it's going to be the same structure-wise or character-wise, the amount of characters as Avengers 1. Just the general idea of what the movie is used for and the feel we should get as we're introducing these characters to each other, as opposed to you should already care about all these characters and these relationships and let's send them on an adventure. No, let's use this movie to potentially introduce that idea. Just think of it as that idea is a lot easier for me. But we'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
Thought you might have liked that. Because when I had that conversation with Jake, I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta talk about this on the podcast.
That's great. I love that. I think you just, not only did you give me a little bit more hope, even though I've been significantly more excited for Doomsday than you have been, but I think you may have just cooked for them.
Comment below, let me know if...
What nerd is going to post that clip? It's going to go crazy.
Let me know if that helped y'all's brain, because most people are more excited than me, but that did help my brain a little bit. Alright, you want to compare?
Yeah.
Alright. Do you have a list?
No, do you?
Okay, I have a little one.
Great.
Okay. I'm going to give you films to compare to Fantastic Four.
Yeah, so we're going to go Fantastic Four, this or that.
Right.
Is it better or worse than you're going to say them?
Yeah, I only have 7, but I wanted to do movies.
Last minute.
in
About to lose.
Great. Love this, yeah.
Alright, Fantastic Four or Quantumania?
Yeah, Fantastic Four is clearly better.
Pretty easily. Fantastic Four, Brave New World.
I think Fantastic Four is comfortably better.
I agree.
But I do think it's a flip. I think Fantastic Four all the way through is amazing, and then it loses me with the ending. I think Brave New World throughout it is like subpar, but I do really think that final fight with Red Hulk is really fun.
Interesting. Until the ending. You don't like
I don't like that he talks him down, though. You're right. So maybe not.
Fantastic Four or the Marvels? I know we are higher on the Marvels.
We're way higher on the Marvels than everybody
But I'm
else.
still picking Fantastic Four.
Okay. Fantastic Four is like a significantly better film.
But you had a lot of fun with the Marvels.
But I had so much fun with the Marvels.
The Marvels...
I'm going to say Fantastic Four.
Okay.
Because there's no sequence in the Marvels...
Correct.
That even touches the space sequence in Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Like, not even a conversation.
And for me, like I've said before, the fun that I had in the Marvels did decrease on second watch.
Yeah, I didn't have that problem. But, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Fantastic Four or Deadpool and Wolverine?
Fantastic Four. The more I think about Deadpool Wolverine, the poorer it's aged for me, which I think I kind of predicted in our review of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably go Fantastic Four as well, but I do like Deadpool and Wolverine. All right. Get to a couple of, a little bit of harder ones. Fantastic Four or Thunderbolts?
Yeah. Last night I straight up said I was like Thunderbolts is clearly better. But the more we talk positively about Fantastic Four, the more confident I am that when I rewatch Fantastic Four, I'll have it above.
So you're gonna say Thunderbolts
so
right
I'm gonna
now?
say Thunderbolts right now, but maybe I'll stitch this tonight at our event and walking out and be like, no, I'm full of shit.
What if you use the same argument? There's nothing in Thunderbolts this is as good as the space sequence in Fantastic Four.
Oh.
We don't want to hype that one up too much.
Oh.
But for me, Fantastic...
No, you're right. No, you're right. But Thunderbolts does not ever have lows that I think Fantastic Four has. Fantastic Four has 3 bad things in the ending.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, that doesn't bother me. I went to the world premiere for both.
Yeah.
Right? We went to both, and I had more fun watching Fantastic Four.
Wow.
I think. So I'm putting Fantastic Four above Thunderbolts.
Are you think you're going to move this up to a 9 after you watch it? It sounds like you are. This is the greatest summer of superhero movies of all time.
It's possible. All right. Fantastic Four.
You know my answer.
Or Guardians 3.
Guardians 3.
Yeah.
I'll go Guardians 3.
I'll go Guardians 3 as well.
I'll go Guardians 3.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. What were you thinking I was going to say?
I thought you were going to say No Way Home.
Ooh, Guardians.
No question.
Fantastic Four or No Way Home?
No question.
No Way
It's
Home.
No Way Home. It's like the more I think about No Way Home, the more I think it's my favorite MCU movie, which is wrong. It's Infinity War and then Civil War and then No Way Home, but like No Way Home is just I don't know how you do better than that.
Fantastic Four. Is it better than Superman?
No.
No.
Comfortably.
Comfortably.
Now, this is something I want to say, okay? We've been getting a lot of flack online because we are glazing Superman too much. That's fine.
There are movies where I come out of it and I dislike it or I like it, and the general consensus is the other way, and I feel kind of bad. And I'm like, oh, maybe I'm wrong. I can see what you're saying. Blah blah blah. Maybe I'll lower my score or up my score a little bit based on what y'all are saying.
Mm-hmm.
Not for Superman. Frick y'all.
Yeah.
No what like not a cell in my body feels like apologizing for liking that movie.
Well, but Superman is very well liked. This isn't. That's not.
But the people that don't like. People are like thinking we're getting paid.
Correct.
And
so I did want to go over this. Okay, we just both clearly said that we like Fantastic Four, but we think Superman is clearly better.
Yes.
Okay. We have a great relationship with Marvel. We do not have a relationship with DC. We were not at the world premiere for Superman. We did not get any early screenings for it through DC or anything like that. We saw an early screenings the day before it came out, okay? Fantastic Four, we were at the world premiere and we're throwing an event for it tonight. As we speak tonight, we're throwing an event sponsored by IMAX and
dissimulate.
We are
dissimulate.
if
I'm not
anything, we
focused
are
right now.
being paid to promote Fantastic Four, technically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And obviously the opposite for Superman. So anybody that ever questions our integrity, we are really mean to things we don't like, and we are really nice to things that we like. It's not some kind of, we will never be paid to talk positively about a movie.
No.
That is not in our character. That's not something we do. And so anybody, yeah, sure. If you're annoyed that we're overglazing Superman and you didn't like Superman for whatever reason, sure, you can be mad about that. But do not question our fucking integrity.
Yeah.
Because that's not what's going on.
No.
Sure, if you think we're glazing it too much, no problem.
Yeah.
The pod is about disagreements.
You're wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. No, there have been world premieres that we have gone to and early screenings that we have gone to where we have not liked the movie and we have said so. Like, those are people who clearly just don't watch the podcast enough and just want to be negative and contrarian.
Correct.
It's whatever, you know. People just always assume that there's something behind the scenes. If someone online disagrees with me, they have to be getting paid. No, maybe there's just a person with a different opinion than you. But yeah, I'm not apologizing for like,
nigga was just looking at that motherfucker.
We went to an early screening.
He's like,
I got to see it for the 4th time.
Hey, dog ass is so hot.
I've gone to see it has been on my own
dog
time,
ass is hot.
on my own time because I like the movie.
Yep. I'm seeing it for the 4th time this week as well.
Yeah.
And I'm paying for it. You know, like, that's just what it is.
Yeah. One more compare. Ready?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm for the cookie. I'm for the cookie.
That doesn't make
No, I'm for the
everyone
cookie.
feel like a priority.
is a car that stops short of amazing. At the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, get offers on select models.
I'm gonna enjoy it. They said it's a movie.
And HBO Max together for $16.99 a month.
I'm gonna find the people who murdered my wife.
So you let her out. This is the way.
Done.
Airheads have more fun.
Join Planet Fitness today and save. Just $1 down, $15 a month.
Offer ends July 31st. The best theme in the MCU.
No. Okay.
What's
all respect to Michael Giacchino? He knocked that theme out of the park. I mean, I mean, it is fabulous. Okay.
Yes.
The Avengers theme is better.
That's number one.
Clearly.
Yes.
You're gonna be so mad at me.
You're gonna put Homecoming.
I love the.
Oh,
I
Wayne,
love the time I was
seen
playing.
that bitch.
I do.
Seen that bitch.
I'm kind of tired of it. I walk through freaking Avengers Campus.
And it's always
It's
playing.
always
Motherfucking
playing.
too.
Go away.
I like it.
It's not bad.
I like it a lot. Also, Michael Giacchino, by the way.
I would put Fantastic Four over it. What
Okay.
else?
What else? The Guardians theme is
I
pretty good.
really like the Guardians theme.
I think I would take the Fantastic Four theme over it.
I like the Ant-Man theme a lot.
I know you like
I
the Ant-Man
really
theme.
like it.
I was gonna say you like the Ant-Man
They also
theme.
play that at Avengers Campus, and when that one comes on, I like it.
You don't complain.
I don't complain. But it's top 5.
It's clearly top 5. Yes.
Yeah. You were acting like this was crazy.
But it's not better than the Avengers.
The only one that is clearly better is the Avengers.
Is the Marvel theme better?
I like the opening.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Which they played last night, which was awesome. So
Yeah.
we
I'm talking about the mock
it was like
draft.
a concert venue, so we
Yeah.
kind of knew this would happen. Michael Giacchino comes out, does a full orchestra, symphony is connecting. It was awesome, and they started it with the.
I've been in this league.
Dum, 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 dum,
The
dum.
Marvel thing.
That's good, but that's probably
Oh.
not better than the Fantastic.
Okay, but
No.
I'm in the Dynasty.
Maybe it's top 2.
I like the Winter Soldier's theme in
It's the
Winter
Dynasty.
Soldier.
But it's that screeching.
Yeah.
It's
I love-
awful.
I love that one.
When do the Dynasty
The
start?
theme is good, but it's not that good.
Oh, the cat theme is really good. The Iron Man 3 theme is really
It's
good.
the Iron
I
Man
don't
what?
even remember that.
It's good.
Fantastic Four is top 5.
Top 5.
It's definitely
It's
top
Iron Man what?
Spoilers!
Oh, wait. I have one more thing real quick.
Oh, frick.
Yeah. See, he just get quiet fast.
You just did Fantastic Four versus post-Endgame movies. Is the Fantastic Four better than Avengers Endgame?
No. In some ways, yes, but I'm not
Doctor
going to put
Doom.
over Endgame on my list.
Yeah, he just a
I don't
very
think
he
so
just
either
a,
for me.
he just
Is
he
the
just took
Fantastic
his
Four better
face.
than Iron Man 1?
No.
Okay.
He's
Is the Fantastic
He's
Four
from the same-
better than
he might be-
Thor 1? I
Yes.
think so.
You gotta watch
Is the
Fantastic Four.
better than Captain America: The First Avenger.
I'm way higher on First Avenger than most people.
Yep.
It's close.
I'm gonna give it to Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I figured. I
Captain
will
America
probably-
has highs though. Good man.
Yeah, no, that scene is and him jumping on the grenade and
Yeah.
I gotta put her in the water.
What was that southern accent from?
I'm probably gonna go Cap, but
Okay.
that's tough.
Ant-Man 1 or the Fantastic Four First Steps.
Tough.
I'm going with all the hero origin.
Yeah, tough. I think I like Ant-Man better than Cap.
Yeah. So you'll go.
So I'll go Ant-Man.
That's fair. That's fair. What about? I don't even have to ask
Yeah.
you Spider-Man: Homecoming, do I?
No.
Yeah. I'd take Homecoming.
No.
Uh,
If Reed Richards tried to solve a math problem like 20 times in that movie and every single time he failed and then ran to like some other scientist and was like,
He became the
"But
Prowler."
I don't know what happened. And then I'm supposed to like the movie. Yeah, no, that's not what Fantastic Four does.
obviously, you're taking your favorite movie of all time, Avengers 1, over this.
Yes. Here's your spoiler alert for Fantastic Four: First Steps.
Seriously.
We're talking spoilers.
Nigga
Do
just
not
said some
do this
bullshit.
unless You want to? Obviously, this is coming out a little bit early,
Yeah.
so the movie isn't out yet. So if you want to watch this far, sure. But like, we are going to get into spoilers. Seriously, This is the most serious spoiler warning of our career, right? Superman was 1 day early. This is 2 or 3 days early.
Yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine had some serious spoilers.
Deadpool and Wolverine, I don't think we posted that on time. Did we?
We went to the world premiere for it.
Yeah, I know. But then we flew back.
Anyways, doesn't matter. We're talking spoilers for Fantastic Four First Steps.
Here's your spoiler.
Swipe away.
Yes.
Click away.
Unless you've seen the movie, then stay.
And then stay and hang out.
Yeah.
Escape with us.
Yeah.
All right.
He killed himself? Sacrificed it? He did.
My
He
number
did.
one thing.
He did. His heart stopped breathing.
My number one point was,
He did
what
it.
did you think about the last fight?
They had a whole funeral for old guy.
Really lost it.
Okay, go. What were the 3 things?
Tony Stark is
Because I'm
dead,
about to
guy.
argue.
Yeah.
He's a variant of Iron Man in a different universe,
Disagree.
bro.
I hate that Sue dies and then Franklin brings her back. And
There's a comic book where Iron Man was Dr. Doom in a different. Yes, don't be understanding.
You don't even freaking know.
I think Sue beating Galactus is
Yeah.
super BS.
Okay.
Super BS.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing, especially because it goes on for so long.
It goes on for so long.
I do like. Okay, number one, there's 2 reasons why it's.
Oh my god,
Number one,
bro. This shit finna piss me off.
She literally dies doing it.
Sure. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So it's not like it was a walk in the park for her. She
Yep.
literally dies.
Yep.
Okay, and number 2, some of the other people were helping her. Like he was finally starting to stand up
And he knocks down the building. I
and
got
he
that.
trips,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
But yeah, it is still a little bit. And third, it is kind of like a mom thing where it was like she's literally watching her baby get sucked into space, so she taps into something that she normally can't do.
But move the fight closer to the thing, and it's one big push.
Yes.
That would be, but it's literally her doing this for 5 minutes.
I agree. Yes. It goes on too long. I agree.
Okay.
I'm with you there.
And also, write it so that it doesn't kill her. I don't care that we've been spending the entire movie telling us that Franklin is an otherworldly, godly being. I don't care that you've been doing that. I think it is so cheap to have actually killed her and then brought her back. How many movies have we seen with the end? I mean, this is where I said the early 2000s bullshit. This is straight out of fucking Narnia. She's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, she's alive. Oh my, we've already cried and mourned her. I mean, it's 2006.
No, I agree.
That aggravated the fuck out. We've seen this a million times.
Yes. It's very on the nose and potentially campy that, have someone die in the last final battle and people are standing around her and then she coughs and she comes back. 100% I get that. It doesn't bother me to the extent that it bothers you, especially because the motivation for it is proving to that family that Franklin is actually who Galactus says he was, because up until that point, Reed still had not proven or figured out what he was.
Okay.
And to use the mom's death as a sign of like Franklin is God.
Yeah.
Made it a little bit more justified for me. It wasn't just like, we pulled her out from rubble and he's holding her and then he starts crying and then she just breathes again.
Yeah, you're right.
There's a little bit of a better motivation for it, and that motivation is Franklin and the revelation of Franklin. So that made it a little bit better for me, but I do agree. And also that scene also goes on a little bit too long.
Yes.
Reed is doing this, and there's a montage of him doing that, and then the cliche thing of Thing coming over, putting his hand on his shoulder and making him stop, and then Johnny standing there, and then getting Franklin, and Franklin being sad, then putting Franklin down. So this goes on too long, that goes on too long, it's a little too campy, but it's not to the point where like I'm hating it.
Escape the indoors with Cutter Area Insect Solutions. With a range of effective products for your backyard, trust Cutter brand, a leader in mosquito protection for 25 years. Cutter, protect your people.
Listen, upgrade to a bundle plan starting at only $1 per month more, and get all your favorite adult animation.
Amazing!
Good to celebrate a little.
Plus every season of The Simpsons. Upgrade to a bundle plan starting at only $1 per month more.
Sup, sad sacks?
Second, getting fucking cooked by LSU.
With melting provolone. Warm and comforting, huh?
I like
my dad.
I am playing key moments.
New toasted sandwiches at Jimmy John's. Oh, that's good.
Those two go on too long. Silver Surfer's out of nowhere.
Wow.
So it's either too long or unearned and too quick
The motivations make sense.
for Silver Surfer.
Correct. It's a
Okay.
little Deus Ex Machina of her to
Yes.
come in. It's literally she's like on frame for like literally 5 seconds.
Yes.
She flies in, knocks him through the portal, gone.
Gone.
So yes, pacing wise, it was a little bit of a whiplash to have her come in like that. But motivation wise, you got to give it to them.
But I don't think I will give it to them.
I think you're wrong.
Norrin Rad often turns on Galactus.
Yeah.
It's a story that we see often. It's the story that you get in Rise of the Silver Surfer, the 07 movie. It's a story that we get a lot with the Fantastic Four is the male Silver Surfer turning on Galactus.
I don't know.
And the way it
I
happens
just told you super right.
is he
I was not
falls in
playing
love
that
with
shit.
humanity and the beauty of humanity
doing
through Sue Storm. Okay? But because it's the female, they do it through Johnny. And
The mock draft? Send me the mock draft.
she's aware of what she's doing. You're just playing her the cries of all these people and then reminding her of her humanity from her own planet or whatever. Which I didn't love that sequence either. That little flashback sequence, it was shot weird, it looked weird.
Where the mock draft be?
It was a little weird, but
you do that, and it was just like, and it's 20 or 30 minutes before, and then the final battle takes so long, so I've even forgotten she's in the movie.
Sure, again.
And it's just, I think it's so much more earned in, like, I don't think it's earned in Rise of Silver Surfer. I guess it is earned in Rise of Silver Surfer, but that movie sucks. But, like, in comics, I think that Norrin Rad, especially because everybody falls in love with Sue Storm, Namor's in love with Sue Storm.
I read a comic.
Yeah,
Crazy.
nice.
The one I read, he didn't fall. Yeah, I guess he fell in love, but it was more. Yeah, he fell in love with humanity through Ben Grimm's girlfriend, who in this movie is like
New character. This is a different
new character. Yeah.
Yeah,
Normally she's blind, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So he falls in love with her.
Yeah.
Or she shows him humanity.
Yeah.
So it wasn't Sue. But either way, I think I agree with you on the pacing and the weirdness of the structure of it being the scene, and then we don't see her again and then we see her for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that. But the motivations, they do a good job because they let her see Johnny at the start, and he has that whole comedic scene of we shared a moment with the alien girl.
Yeah, yeah. Hilarious, by the way. Good jokes.
And then they have another scene in Galactus's space, whatever. And then the scene, they let Johnny, the translation thing is throughout the movie. So it is a nice theme throughout the movie of, they literally start the movie with the little disc and giving it to Johnny and letting Johnny figure that out while Reed's working on stuff. And then the scene where he's playing it on all the different screens, you might not think it's justified, but to have that thrown in your face, like she's been able to do it for this long because she hasn't been thinking about it like this. She hasn't been hearing these cries. She's just doing what she feels like she had to save her planet. And then Johnny's line of, you saved your planet, that's all I'm trying to do, I think really it was a good job. Now, again, and then we don't see her for 30 minutes. I agree with you there. But the motivation of her coming back and doing it is justified by that scene. And I think that scene is really well done. I think it's shot really well. And I think the acting is really well done. And some of the writing is really well done. That it makes it good for me. Not perfect, again, because I agree with you on the Deus Ex Machina craziness.
Very convenient.
Yeah. I thought Johnny was dead.
So,
and that was a little bit of a whiplash. You think Johnny's gonna die, and then Silver Surfer's kind of not dead, but
and now Sue is dead, but now she's alive. It's just,
yeah. But the reason it kind of lost me because, like I said, obviously, I didn't know what direction we were going because we're going to stop Galactus in space. Then we can't do that. We're coming back, and for some reason, we're telling everybody that he wants our kid. Bad decision, by the way, Reed. Awful decision. Why are all the Reeds making one bad? This is blackballed.
Reed Richards' #1 weakness in the MCU is not ice. It's not cold. It's not anything from the comics. It's not the ultimate nullifier. It's not his hubris. No, It's his blatant honesty in the MCU.
Yes.
He can't shut the
Just
fuck
shut.
up.
When he was at the press conference saying that, I was like, why are we telling the public this?
Yeah.
Anyways, what the frick was I talking about? Oh, so then we come back and our plan is, there was some plan before moving the Earth. I can't remember what the frick it was, but then it was like, we're gonna move the Earth, and then we can't do that. Now we're gonna